Hello, good morning. This is Joan's Sewing Room. Welcome to my sewing room. Well, today is Thursday, and I'm a little slow getting here. But you remember I was working on embroidery on a towel. Well, I had gotten to this point that I want to add something new to it. And so I watch all my TV on YouTube, and I came across this this girl that has her own, she has a channel, and she does painting on fabric. Now I've seen several of them, people paint on fabrics. But this one kind of struck me because I have what she was talking about. I have the colors, the pins she was using. And I thought, this is what I'm talking about. Yes. Now I had bought these, not really knowing what they were. And I looked at it and I thought, I think I have that. But I never used them. I didn't know exactly what they were. It says, what does it say? It says ink pencils, crayon, so ink pencils, and then there's different languages here. But she showed how to use them. Now, so I decided I would start on paper. And so I made this picture. And I just drew it out on paper with a pencil. And then I used the pencil, or the ink pencils, to color them in. And then after you color them in, you take a paintbrush and you just put a little water on them, and the colors get deeper. And then you let it dry, and you can go back over it and add more color if you wish. So that's what I did today. Okay, so that's one. And then I thought, okay, so what about doing it on fabric? Now I know that in most cases, and I don't have it, I did order it, but you use it's called fabric medium. And so what you do is you can either, if you're using a liquid paint, you could add the fabric medium to the liquid paint, like fabric paint, or in this case, I could put it on the fabric and then take my pencil and draw with it on there. So what it does is it keeps the fabric wetter longer, and it also helps enhance the colors. So I don't have any of that. I've ordered it, but it's not going to be here for a while. So I decided to try this just with water. Now, what I had done was, so today I decided, okay, I'm going to draw out some flowers again, like so. And so what I did is I went and I wet it. I didn't get it really wet, I just got it damp, squeezed it out, and then I laid it out and I just drew a flower in, just like that. I'm kind of stuck on these flowers. And so then I just outlined it in the colored pencil, and when I was outlining, the areas that were wetter, the color got darker. So I just filled it in with orange and yellow and red around the ends. I mean, I can add more color to it. And then again, I just add a little more water, put water on it. You just want to do it with a paintbrush. You don't want to submerge the whole thing. Now, I did notice with this is that the colors, like the red color on the border, seems to smear a little. Smear. But, you know, that's okay. You can consider that like shading, right? And then I just filled it in with one of the pencils and then added, you know, a little bit of water from the paintbrush on the color, on the background color. So that's what I want to do today. But I want to do it on this tea towel. So, should we take a chance? I think we should. So, I will put that over here. Now, let me turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I have turned the tea towel around so you can see it. Now, right here, I have my mountains. So I was thinking, and then I have a sun here, and then obviously this is the sky, right? So, and then of course the driveway and the grass down here. So, but my main thing is I was thinking of the mountains. So let's start off with, now my fabric is not wet, it's dry. I'm going on with dry. And I can still go in later after it dries and put in some more detail like this. But right now I want to do, just fill it in with these ink pens. My fabric is a little wrinkly because of what I put it through. But mainly, I just want to get some ink on here. We'll just run it down here too, because there's definitely no sky there, right? And see how it comes out. So what I have under here is some tissue paper, so it doesn't bleed through so much on my table. And maybe I'll just put some scribbles in here too, because you know the ground is not always flat, especially if this is the mountain, right? So we'll just kind of make it look a little hilly. All right. And probably a little bit of green. You know, there could be some sagebrush or something on the mountain. You know, there are always little bushes and weeds and that sort of thing on your mountain. Little patches of green. That's what this was supposed to be. Patches of green. All right, and let me see. Maybe a little dark green would be good. Maybe some bushes. You know, there's always like some kind of bushes or trees, you know. Let's see, some kind of trees. In the mountains. And then there could be a tree up here, pretty high up. This is a tall tree. It's like that. So, you seeing that pretty good? I hope so. Okay, so then I'll have to put some leaves, some stuff up here. Like a maroon color. What happened to my brown? Oh, well, brown. This is a redwood. Okay, so we're gonna put some green branches here. All right, so you see that? Okay, let's see what some water does. Put the water over here. Ooh, wow. Really enhances that tree. So I'm just using some regular water on this. So what I could do is I could go back and maybe enhance it a little bit with the brown, color it in a little bit more. It's amazing. I must have used a blue blue-green. But anyway, so my tree is kind of maroon and, you know, going on there. But that's okay. So what this does, I'm not the greatest artist, but what this does, as you can see, it gives you another dimension. And what I like about these, you don't have to worry about them drying out or anything. I mean, I'm sure if you left them out sitting for a week, maybe they would dry up or whatever. I don't know. But they're made in England, and it's called Baked Earth. So maybe that's just the color of the, yeah, I guess that's just the color. But I think this is really a unique idea for me, and maybe for you. Now what I was thinking, like for this, doing this, what a cute thing, like if you were making a quilt, right? And you wanted to make your own blocks. Now I think I would use the paint medium that I'm getting, or fabric medium, and use that because it basically, I think it just makes it so it doesn't come off. I'll have to do a little more reading on it, but I'm thinking, oh, I think I might make a quilt and do my own flowers and quilt around it. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Something to think about. So, okay, let's add a little more water to this. So now that I've got a little deeper color. All right. What a great idea, isn't it? I really think so. Like I said, I'm not the best artist, but it's just something fun, and it's a creative idea. Let's about see what we can do for the sky. So the sky is right here. Let me see, what color sky should we have? Let's see, what color is this? This is bark color, okay. It's yellow. No light blue. How about some blue? This is dark blue. What is this? Sea blue. Sea blue sounds good for a sky. All right, so we're gonna do the sky. And I'm just gonna do straight lines across the sky. You know, sometimes you look up the way the winds are blowing. Looks like the sky has got streaks through it, right? Since I don't have a board to put this on, it would make it easier if I had it on a frame. Hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint. Let me get a frame. Just thought of that. Okay. I just put it in a frame. How does it look? Looks a whole lot different, doesn't it? Actually, I kind of like it with the paints. Like that. Looks cool. Okay, so okay. Now let's do a little more coloring. I'll just put a little teal green in here. Sometimes the sky is a little teal, right? And then sometimes it's a little orangey, especially if it's like a sunset. Where are you, orange? Oops, don't go down there. Okay, sometimes there's a little bit of orange in the sky. Especially if it's over by the sun. Sun's right here. So and then sometimes we'll get a little bit of dark clouds. And maybe they're a little gray. Bark. What color is bark? I guess it's kind of like so you know, the only thing they don't have in here is white, but this is white. So I'm just putting a little dark cloud here. And then, let me see. Maybe a little yellow. Especially if it's over by the sun. There's the sun right here. It's not a very big sun. I think, you know, when it bleeds like that, you can kind of work it to your advantage, if need be. All right, so let's see what we got here. Ooh. Pretty intense sky, huh? Must be like in Montana, where the skies are really intense, dark blue. I wish I would have had this paint when I was had made my niece's quilt, and it bled through on the back, and I used this Hawaiian fabric on the back. I didn't use a color catcher at the time, and I washed the quilt, dried it, and I had a friend up here, a friend of a friend came up to see my workroom, sewing room, and I was bragging on this quilt that I made. And when I went to flip it over, the fabric had bled through the back, through the, batting, everything onto the back. I was, it's one of those embarrassing moments that catches you off guard. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was like, whoa. Okay. Good thing it's on the back. So what I did was I had some fabric paint, and I just went to town and painted it. But I don't know how the fabric paint is today. But usually the back of the quilt is not the part you use. And I don't know what other quilters do when that happens to them, if that happens to them. When I made the red and white daisy quilt, and I just finished, I used the color catcher with that, and it worked out beautifully. I mean, the color catcher looks like a one of those dryer sheets, and you just throw it in with wash, and it turned pink, so it caught the pink colors. The white stayed white, and the pink stayed pink, and it didn't bleed. And it didn't bleed through. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because it was orange on the back. But I'm just saying, it didn't bleed through. And that's how cool it was. All right, so let's try the sun here. Now the sun is probably going to bleed a little, because that's what it does, but that's okay. That's okay, because suns, when they shine, can you see it over there? Yeah, right here. It kind of puts out a glow anyway. So, that's it. Oh, pardon me. Oh gosh. That came up without me even knowing. All right, I'm going to add a little yellow to it to intensify it more. We have thunder out there. I didn't even know it was going to rain today. There, so there's the sun. Nice sun right there. Nice bright sun. And there again, the sun. So it's kind of like watercolors in a sense too. So I hope you like this demonstration. And I think it was a great idea, and saves my sewing machine. I think it started to conk out on me from overworking it. But I hope you get an idea from this. And if you do any embroidery or quilting, or you can use these things for anything. You can you know, if you make cards, and you can use these for making cards, you know, doing some hand painting, you know, anything, except I don't think you can do it on the walls, just fabric or paper. But I'm always looking for new ideas to throw into my art, and you know, it's just the way I am. I'm always looking for something new. Now, I did come across something that was very interesting, and it was called gel painting. And so I'll have to watch that a little bit more. But she took like gelatin and alcohol and something else, and she made this gel plate. I think she probably made it and then put it in the fridge, and it got, you know, it looked like Jello, but it was hard. And then she puts paint over it, and then she puts cloth over it. So I thought that was really cool. It's almost like, what do you call it? Come on, vitamin B, work. It's not stencil. They use like a screen. I can't think of it right now. I hate that when you forget what you're going to say. But it's really interesting, and it's a good way to print fabric if you're into printing fabric. And maybe one of these days I'll try it out. Those things just really intrigue me. I took a painting class 15-20 years ago. Screen painting is what I was thinking of. It's like screen painting in a sense. That's kind of like how I saw it to be. But anyway, and that would be fun too. But anyway, yeah, painting really intrigues me, and it's fun to do. There's a lot of great artists out there, of course. And but what I'm saying is, if you check out YouTube, you can find all these great ideas in painting. All kinds of ideas. I'm always watching it, and I'm always learning. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. I was going to show you my rag quilt, but my washer broke down, so I can't wash it until I get a new washer, which will be tomorrow, and then I'm getting company. So, you know, and then, you know, things like that happen when you're expecting company, and then all of a sudden something breaks or whatever. So anyway, I can't wash it until after the company leaves. So if I have it done by Tuesday, I will show it to you. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, leave me a comment. If you want to see more of this, let me know. And I've really enjoyed it. So, thank you, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.